No false lashes were used in the making of this video. What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. Look, I hate to do it, okay? I hate to join in on the chaos, but I did it. Yes, we are reviewing the ever so popular and viral L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, which just came out. I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to talk about this, and I mean, I bought it before all the controversy, so I ain't gonna waste a buy. You ain't gonna ruin my plans. I'm not paid, sponsored, or affiliated in any way with L'Oreal. These are my honest and biased opinions, as all of my videos are. So yeah, review and demo coming up first. But if you are interested on hearing my thoughts and opinions on the whole situation, then stick around to the end. I'm gonna save that for after the actual review. This will be timestamped, so if you don't want to stick around and hear it because you've already heard a million people talk about it and you're tired of hearing about it, then I understand. You can, just watch a review and go. That's fine. I normally try to stay out of this kind of stuff, but I feel like this is something that in some way kind of affects me and my peers in the community. So yeah, this is $14.99 at Ulta and a few other drugstores, and it's also $11.97 on Amazon and Walmart. So as usual, it's cheaper at Amazon and Walmart. I've heard people say this is $17.99. I don't know where you guys are buying it for $18, but don't. Actually, at CVS is $16.79. So yeah, forget CVS. I got mine on sale at Walmart for $6. It was on the end cap, like in the bins. I don't know if your all's Walmart has this, but mine usually has bins at the end of the aisles where, it's used makeup or discontinued makeup or just stuff they're trying to get rid of fast. And this was on sale for $6. And I was like, wait a minute. That's the new mascara. Why is it on sale? Like, it's not been opened or anything. So pretty excited about that. Okay, so the wand is very unique. Almost looks like like the head of a cobra. Do you guys see that, or is that just me? But on one side it's flat. It's got a bit of an angle, and then on the other three sides it's got some bristles. So yeah, all I got on right now is a little bit of bronzer in the crease just for a little bit of recession and just a little bit of depth there. And then I put some black eyeshadow as liner towards my lashes, and that's it. Also, everything I'm wearing on the rest of my face will be linked below in the description box. I'm just gonna start with the flat side and just see how it does. I'm sure I'll figure it out as I go. Flat side, as expected, doesn't really do anything. Let's go to the other side where it's got like the hump, like the back of it. I'm definitely getting a lot of volume and thickness, and they look very fluffy, like very full. You guys see that? And I'm gonna take the side of it now, like was it the side hook, whatever they're calling it, and go through and just, I don't know, push them up a little bit. There's what one layer looks like. A lot of volume, a lot of thickness. It's not too wet, it's not too dry. Like, it's a very good building kind of formula. It looks like something that would be like 2 layers for a lot of other mascaras. So, very black too. Okay, I'm gonna go in for a second coat now. Dang it, I like it. Super volume, super fullness. Probably one of the thickest mascaras I've ever used, to be honest. It literally looks like I put, like, those false oh God. Are we allowed to say false lashes anymore? Oh, I know what it is, mink lashes. It looks like mink lashes. Again, I know that's not the best thing to be saying right now. I'm not trying to make a pun, I promise. But it looks like the mink lashes. Like, how fluffy and full and just very, very voluminous they are. What I really like about it, and this is something I find very rare in mascaras for some reason, I actually talked about this concept in my Best in Beauty 2022. Check it out there. The problem that I have with most mascaras is that whenever I don't have a lot of eye makeup on, like today, you can see through my lashes. Like, I don't like to see my eyelid skin. Like, I don't want to see behind my lashes. And what I like about this one is that it is so full that it's camouflaged everything behind it. I can't tell you how disappointed I am right now because I did not want to like this. I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna go in and like, seriously, do we have to do this? Like, this is pathetic. I go in and like move my lashes around and show you guys that I don't have anything on behind them. Like, there's no individuals, there's no false lash strips, nothing like that. It makes me mad. It makes me really mad that we have to say this now. Okay, it's dry now, so let's see. I guess I gotta get up close now, don't I? So as you can see, I don't do false lashes. Uh-oh. Oh, I might get some flakes now. That's great. Can you see it? Can you see it? Do you believe me now? So my only worry at this point is that it's gonna flake on me, because I do have that problem with a lot of L'Oreal mascaras that I really, really like. Like, the effect is beautiful, but then they flake or they smear or they puddle. It did flake as I was messing with them, which I guess that's kind of expected, but Yeah, hopefully it wears well throughout the day. I'm gonna do the other side. Yeah, here's what one layer looks like versus two. Still, I got a lot of volume and thickness on this side. Like, this isn't necessarily natural. Like I was gonna say, this is like a more natural version, but it's kind of just more toned down. Damn, 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 damn. Ooh, it like tight lines too. Oh, it gets right in there. Doesn't mean I'm recommending it still, okay? It doesn't mean that. So unfortunately, this is one of the prettiest mascaras I've ever used. That is not an opinion that I wanted to have, I promise you that. If it doesn't flake or smear or smudge or anything, then it's a good product. So without further ado, here is my take on the whole Michaela mascara gate situation. Yes, on one hand, it is just a mascara, but it's kind of the message that is what's bothering people. It's not the fact that she's reviewing mascara and, oh, you all are getting so upset about whether or not she used false lashes in a mask. It's an ad. Like, this is what influencers do. No, this is not what influencers do. It's not our job to accept a lump sum of money to just, for what? Just so the brands like us? Like, we're expendable to them. But the problem is that every time this happens, it affects every creator in the beauty community. Like, we're all targets now. Like, we're all gonna get comments now saying, oh, this was a sponsorship, or oh, you didn't disclose, this is an ad, you're lying to us. And it doesn't matter how honest you are, it doesn't matter how transparent you are, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this. You have to prove credibility and like prove yourself over and over again. And it takes one big influencer to come and smack everybody down. We've reverted back to the way it was before, where sponsorships are taboo. You know, we shouldn't make money, we don't deserve money and whatnot, because we do deserve money, but there's an ethical way to go about doing it. Because here's how I look at it, okay? It is our job as creators to uphold a certain standard of honesty and integrity and transparency, and we owe it not to the brands that we work with, but to the people that got us to the following that we have, you know? And no, this is nothing new. Like, I've heard people say, oh, you can't get mad because have you not seen commercials? Like, in every mascara commercial that L'Oreal or Maybelline or any of them ever did, they use false lashes. So stop acting like this is new. There's a lot of people that are watching people like Michaela and have no idea. Like, they've never seen a mascara commercial on TV. Like, they don't even know what commercials on TV are. You could watch a commercial 15 years ago and not realize that false lashes were being used. Like, we're in a different time period. Like, we're in a different time zone when it comes to makeup and stuff. There are things that we realize now and tricks of the trade that we know now that we didn't realize back then. But what people seem to be forgetting about is that L'Oreal approved this message. When you work with a brand, when you do a sponsorship or a paid collaboration, whatever it may be, they approve your video before it goes live. So you're sending them the video back and forth, and they can say, hey, we want you to take that part out, or can you say this instead, or can you add this in there? They at least knew that there were false lashes being used, and they okayed it. So I've got a couple of theories, okay? So this is just speculation. There's no evidence or factual proof behind any of this. Is just what makes sense to me. Michaela has made videos about how it's easy to deceive people. There's a video going around of her talking about mascara and saying, look, I got false lashes on and you wouldn't even know it, okay? I just lied to you and you didn't even realize it. I have a very hard time believing that Michaela would put this video out and think, oh, they're not gonna notice. So my first theory is that this was a planned tactic to boost the sales of L'Oreal and also get Michaela to be talked about. She went viral. I could very well see a PR team saying, okay, look, controversy sells. You'll bounce back. It'll be fine. Like, you'll take some heat at first. Just kind of lay low. Don't say anything. Because there's always stands of these people that just refuse to let go. And they just want to hold on to the fact that, oh, people can change in a short period of time. My theory number two is that Michaela is to L'Oreal right now what Jaclyn Hill always was to Morphe. A scapegoat. We saw time and time again, Jaclyn Hill took the brunt of the hit when it comes to Morphe. Like, Morphe would make these mistakes, they would make these shortcomings, they would screw up royally. But it was Jaclyn Hill whose reputation and career was on the line. And L'Oreal is an entity. They're a conglomerate, so, you know, they're kind of faceless. And they were allowed to do this and get away with it because Michaela was their face. They are making bank right now, because if you didn't watch her video and if you didn't realize that she had false lashes on, you went out and bought the mascara, she upped their sales. If you did realize that she had false lashes and you're part of this whole controversy and you're in the know, you went out and bought the mascara because you're just curious now and you kind of want to, you know, FOMO. But here's something else I think is really important to talk about. She's been doing this for a long time now. Not necessarily with false lashes, but when you use filters on your videos to sell product, That's the same thing. So yeah, most of us have self-esteem issues, but if you can't make content without filters, like if you have such low self-esteem that you just can't do it, then don't. It's one thing if you just want to get on there and just talk, okay? You're just a commentary channel or platform or whatever. You're not actually reviewing products or showcasing them, putting them on, whatever it may be. That's a different story. But when you are actively applying products onto a face that has a filter on it, that's deceit. So on that hand, it's like, okay, you are getting mad now, but you're okay with the filters thing? That doesn't really make any sense. So yeah, let's stop cherry picking what we feel is deceptive or not. Which brings me to my next topic, which is Jeffree Star. What we are not gonna do, okay? We're not gonna let someone that got canceled a long time ago for numerous reasons, serious reasons, jump back into the community and act like a beacon of truth and be an opportunist and ride on the back with someone that just got canceled and try to step in their place, because that is exactly what he's doing. We don't need him. If this is how it's gonna be, then I'm not going anywhere. Give me a freaking break. I've seen so many comments, they're just accepting of it, like, oh, I really don't want to support Jeffree Star and I really don't like him as a person, but I love his honesty. Are you kidding me? There are thousands upon thousands of creators out there that are honest and they're trying to make their way through this beauty community that only seems to reward bad behavior. You're just too lazy to find them. There is not another person in this community, TikTok or YouTube, that is as bad and as vile as Jeffree Star. The stuff that he has been allowed to say and do and repeatedly come back in to the community with open arms, it's mind-boggling. Let me tell you something, okay? I hate to pull out this card, but if a woman did half, okay, half of what Jeffree Star has done or said, her reputation and her career would be ruined forever. She would have had no comeback. There would be no welcoming back with open arms. Oh, she's so honest. She's so credible. I just love her so much. Only a man would have the ability and audacity to come back into the beauty community after they were canceled for good reason and come back in like nothing happened, like he exited on his own accord. Lying about a product is one thing, but laying in wait for someone that's more popular than you in the moment to just fall so that you can take their place, that is nasty. Hey guys, so it's been a few days since I filmed this video, the original video, and I've been editing it. I want to kind of give you guys an update on the mascara, and then also Michaela's made kind of like a response to what happened, and she's been posting videos. So I kind of want to give you guys my updated take on what's happened since then and how she's dealt with everything and her response to it. And her response, or lack thereof, proves that she truly doesn't care. I felt like I was watching Jaclyn Hill or Jeffree Star. Yeah, I no longer believe this is something that she had no say in whatsoever. I don't think this is something that L'Oreal forced on her. I don't think this is something that she was contractually obligated to do unwillingly, because I started thinking about it, and you know, L'Oreal and all these big brands, they care to maintain a relationship with these big influencers, especially like the #1 most influential influencer on 2 platforms. You know, she is one of the #1 influencers to make products go viral, so to piss her off wouldn't be good business for them. I 100% firmly believe now that this was a planned PR move to not only boost the sales of L'Oreal, but to get Michaela to be talked about and to go viral. And it worked. I've seen a lot of people talk about how, well, you know, all these influencers, all these creators are getting on here and they're talking about the mascara and they're reviewing it and they're just proving Michaela right. They're proving that it is a good product and they're selling for L'Oreal. Even though they're trying to disprove Michaela, they're actually proving that the mascara is really good and they're selling it, which sucks. And I do not want to do that. So I'm going to wrap back around and say I don't recommend this mascara for the sheer fact that this is schemy and it's greedy and it's weird. And what blows my mind is that she's not lost any followers. The comment section of that video is mind-boggling to me because there's people praising her and applauding her and acting as if she was attacked for no reason. Let me remind you, she did this. She is not the victim here. She wants to act all snarky and condescending and confident. She's playing that, you know, I'm above the haters card and just kind of skate right by the seriousness of it all and just kind of make a mockery of it, which I don't respect at all. In fact, I think it's actually pretty gross. And again, this is all PR. Like, this is definitely something that her and her PR team have discussed, like this whole comeback and how you're going to respond to the situation. Kind of turning things around to make it look like everyone else is crazy and you're the victim. If this were Tati or Jaclyn Hill or any of the OG creators from YouTube, there would be no, oh my God, Queen, she's so unbothered, it's not that serious. There would be no praising. There would be no applauding of this kind of response. Their numbers will be dropping by the thousands. Like, it would take them months to regain that following again. Like, they would probably take a 1 or 2 month hiatus. Like, they would just kind of let it pass over, and then they come back and do an apology video, like the typical, you know, white outfit, purist, PR apology, you know, skit kind of video. So the public has proven, like social media has proven, that number one, they're fickle, and number two, they cherry pick who they want to get mad at. The lack of views is what people like this deserve. It's not the comment section that's just filled with hate. You know, don't just mentally harass someone over and over again. Like, just let it be. I don't condone attacking someone. I don't condone just trolling. Look, people take things too far, okay? For every rational person that is just slightly bothered by something and just decides to stop watching a person, there is an extremist that just takes it too far, goes overboard, bombards people, you know, makes fun of their appearance, makes fun of how they talk, makes fun of this and that, and it completely negates the seriousness of any situation. As being bothered by this kind of thing is valid because she's affected everyone in this community. I think that the best response is no response. To use your view as a vote and not watch her anymore, I think that will speak volumes. And you know what? There's gonna be an influx of creators from here on out that are gonna take a lesson from the Michaela handbook. And, you know, instead of taking responsibility for screwing up and saying, you know, I messed up, I shouldn't have done that, they're just gonna ignore it and expect everyone to move on. And look, I hate apology videos. If you have to bully someone into apologizing, or if you have to tell someone to apologize, then the apology is null. They don't mean it. But a simple, you know what, look, I messed up, I shouldn't have done this, I've learned my lesson, it's not gonna happen again, that would suffice. So yeah, even though there are people saying, oh my God, Queen, oh my God, she doesn't care, she's so unbothered, oh my God, I respect that. I think that all these people are gonna start side-eyeing her when she reviews a product. People are gonna be looking to her to mess up and not necessarily to entertain. But creators, just remember that when these brands decide that you do not have value to them anymore, when they decide that they have milked you dry and there's nothing more to gain from working with you, they will drop you and you will be left with nothing. Oops, I was just about to sign off, but I have something to say about the mascara too. So yeah, I've realized that the initial effect is beautiful. It's magical, it's mind-blowing, it's unlike almost anything else I've tried. However, it's one of those that weighs my lashes down. So when I first get done applying it, they look really like pushed back and really open and just beautiful. And then they just slowly start losing curl and straightening out and losing the magical effect. In terms of flaking, there's some days that it flakes really bad, and like even the flakes get in my eyes, which usually doesn't happen, and there's some days that it doesn't flake at all or very minimally. And I don't understand why it would do it some days and not others, because there are some L'Oreal mascaras I've tried where 2 layers is too much, like it, you know, clumps or it flakes or it does something weird, so I have to stick with 1 layer. So this may be one of those formulas that I just have to do 1 layer and be done. So that is still something I need to test, like does it flake and do all that stuff with just 1 layer. So yeah, it's a really good product, but the thing is, they could have just let the performance speak for itself and let it just kind of naturally go viral. If you're gonna buy it, like wait a little bit. Like you don't have to have a mascara right now, right? So I would say like give it time to kind of blow over at least. Like don't let them know that this strategy worked. But I leave you with this, okay? Please take this from the video if nothing else. Do not let this incident deter you from continuing to watch beauty videos and from supporting different content creators, because I assure you we are not all like that. I look at it as I'm building a community of people that trust me. Like they look to me to be honest. Like that's my main job. Like that's my #1 goal, to be honest and to not steer them in the wrong direction. And I'm not going to risk that for any amount of money. And I know that a lot of bigger creators now said that once upon a time, but you just have to go with your gut instinct. Like there's some people that I watch, even that are small, and I just have this feeling, like they just give me a vibe like, you know what? If the opportunity arose, they would definitely take it and they would be a sellout. So you just kind of have to go with your gut instinct on people. I think that a lot of people's gut instinct is failing them on a lot of fronts. You guys gotta start looking more inward, okay? Start looking more inward. Give this video a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Here's a couple more things for you to check out next. Just venture around the channel, make yourself at home. Subscribe if you're not already, and turn the notification bell on to always see my stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.